Checking out the Enjenir. This is supposed to be like a physics-based building kind of game. So we're gonna be checking this out. I don't really know much about it. It's just one of the ones that crossed the thing that people said looked interesting. It looks kind of like a combination of like a puzzly kind of game as well as Human Fall Flat. All right, so it's weird the music went away the moment I went to here, but not a whole lot for accessibility settings. It does look like you can actually mess with contrast and motion blur later. I don't know why they're listed but disabled. My assumption is here we will have undisableable motion blur right now. Where did all the audio go? Like, that's my music. Let's just get in and see what happens.
Welcome to your final exam at the School of Engineering. Here, you shall demonstrate that you deserve to be qualified as an elite engineer. Let's start with something simple. Make your way over to the highlighted area around the corner. Wow, fantastic job. You're a natural. Now, let's start building. Show me what a beam is. Okay, now hit the build button at the top left of your screen.
Okay.
Usually they work better when you actually fix them onto the wall. Try again, this time with a fixed beam. Okay, now hit the build button at the top left of your screen. Show me how you would brace these two beams together. Great! You finally did something on your first try.
Okay.
Now place a sheet between these beams.
All right, so we're just...
Try nailing it to the beams this time. Hold the Align Nail to View key when placing a nail to align it to the camera view. See how this makes it easier to nail members that aren't aligned properly? Place the final wheel on this cart and nail it on securely.
Can't move the camera.
Temporary construction lines are key to efficient structural planning. Place a vertical construction line on the right-hand block and then connect the two vertical construction lines with a horizontal construction line. These will help you design more complex structures. Don't tell anyone, but sometimes even engineers make mistakes. Show me how you would remove building materials. You can tell a lot by the color of a member. Green means it's perfect as is.
Yeah, so it's going through just teaching us the basics before it lets us do stuff.
Orange indicates there is a clash, which means you can't place the member there. Red means the member cannot be placed here. Advanced construction techniques allow for precise building. Holding different keys while placing items will allow you to change their orientation, scale, and offset. While placing an item, hold down the left click and drag your cursor left and right to modify the member. By default, this will rotate the member in the Z-axis.
So
however, holding down different keys, as shown on screen, will modify the member in other ways. Let's try a couple of examples, starting with a short beam.
Yeah, okay, so basically, all the function keys on the left-hand side will let you move stuff around.
While holding down the scale key, you can adjust the scale of the beam.
The scale
Click
key.
and drag to shorten the beam, or alternatively, use the scroll wheel. While placing a sheet between 2 points, hold the offset key and then scroll up or down to offset the sheet.
Hold left off. Oh, it's scroll.
Now
That's gonna take a while to get
easy
used to.
part, the health and safety site compliance test. Let's start with standing up. Hold the stand up key. Wow, perfect form. Now, walk over to the highlighted area.
Oh no.
Use the left foot and right foot keys to control each of your legs.
Why? Okay. Good. You could use W to auto walk.
Alternatively, use the auto walk key. This is handy for covering larger distances, but is less accurate with foot placement. So, watch. As you're well aware, a big part of getting around, use the left-hand grab key to grab with your left hand, and the right-hand grab key to grab with your right hand. Simple, really. Holding down the climb key while grabbed will pull you upwards.
When grabbed, hold space. It's very humans falls flat. I'm not digging the control schema for Lavit. Come on. Yeah. I need you to have a little bit more oomph there, buddy. This guy has no go. All right. Of course. Of course. Why is caps lock to climb back up?
Great, you made that look very easy. Climbing clearly comes very naturally to you. Now, grab hold of this cart and then push it to the highlighted area. Congratulations, you're now a qualified engineer.
Someone didn't read the study manual before. Someone didn't read being a toddler and learning basic things like walking and standing up and stuff like that. All right. Okay, that's certainly a thing. CPD training.
Welcome to the continuing professional development area. Here, you'll be able to put the theory you've learned into practice. At the top right of your screen, you will see all of the missions available in a given level, with their difficulty rating next to it. Click on the mission to get more information, like what type of mission it is, and how much money you get for completing it. There are a wide variety of different mission types. Character-based missions are the simplest, where you are tasked with just reaching a destination, which might involve walking, running, or climbing. You might even be asked to transport a given item to a destination. Building missions require you to design and build a structure that serves a function to complete an objective. There are many cases that combine both of these mechanics, where you'll be required to build a structure and then use it with a character to complete the mission. Upon completion of a mission, you'll be given a scorecard explaining in detail how you achieved your score and thus your financial compensation. The better you score, the more money you make. Easy. You can retry missions as many times as you like, but bear in mind, you'll only earn money on actual improvements and efficiencies to your designs. Right, now that you know the basics, let's get started.
Okay. Walk to destination. The most basic mission type will require you to reach a destination by running to it. In these instances, your bonus reward will depend on how long it takes you to complete the task. Let's try this out now. Make your way to the target area as quickly as possible. Reach the destination, walk or run to the end of the fenced-off area.
This is a simple character mission, which just requires you to reach a destination. Walk to the highlighted area at the end of this path. Remember, to view the character controls, press the guide key.
Yeah. My attempts to cheat it have backfired. I was gonna just try and huck myself over the fence real fast. Oh, you are so terrible at walking. Can I reattempt it? Alright, let's just try and do it the way that it's designed. So weird. Carry a barrel to the area. Okay, some missions require you to carry things, so we just basically need to grab the barrel and run it.
This mission requires you to pick up the barrel and carry it to the highlighted area. Use the left-hand reach and right-hand reach keys to reach out with...
Done. Is that his third bottle of whiskey? Yup. Okay, so it just wants us to climb up here.
This mission will require a bit of climbing. Use the left-hand reach and right-hand reach keys to reach out with your left and right hand. Use the left-hand grab key to grab with your left hand, and the right-hand grab key to grab with your right hand. Simple, really. Holding down the climb key while grabbed will pull you upwards. Remember, your hands will reach out in the direction the camera is looking.
Good enough for me. Keep the box in volume. Okay. So to build a structure...
This is a building mission, where you have to build a platform capable of holding up this box above the ground for at least 8 seconds. Remember, when you have a member equipped, the guide on the left of your screen displays the different controls for that member, including how to scale, rotate, and offset it.
That's cool and all, but like, I'm choosing and nothing's happening. Trying to remember how to rotate. There we go. That's, I thought, not a good placement. Trying to remember how I alter these. Like I know I can alter before I place... There we go. Let's reset these, because I think I have to do that while they're placed. So let's grab you. Okay, was it... Can it not be in here? Oh. So it made them too tall. Alright, let's try this again. That's not great positioning, but we'll work with it. That should be enough. Extra nails aren't needed. So yeah, so I didn't need all 4 legs, a tripod would work. I just need enough nails to keep that from shaking free. Build a cross bridge. Okay.
This mission is one that combines building and the character. First, you must design a bridge and then cross it to the highlighted area with the character. When attaching a beam to a wall, remember to use a fixed connection to ensure the beam is securely fixed to the wall. A beam placed on a wall with a free connection will not actually be attached to the wall and would just fall down when built. You can toggle between free and fixed connections in your building bar under connection type. The free connection is red and the fixed connection is green. Also, remember, you can scale members by holding the scale key and dragging your cursor left and right while placing it.
Okay. Couple changes. Doesn't need to be this wide. That is a waste of material and we don't need to do it. What we can do is go like... this. I need to not accidentally rotate it. It's gonna take me a while to get used to the controls, but we don't need to make it wide enough that we're like at the very limit of what we can do with it. It just needs to be wide enough to be stable. I shouldn't need more than that. It's perfect. Let's do this. I have a feeling that first hole is going to be a doozy. I also wonder if it'll support the weight having no supports in the middle. But we're going to find out. Perfect. Cool, we've unlocked the next level. Nice crossbridge you got there, I reckon. Yeah. With only 2 nails for each of those. Alright, so build a climb tower. There's a wide variety of mission types available. Some of them have multiple objectives. So we need to build a support a structure to reach the destination. Don't let the platform fall. Remain the target for 5 consecutive seconds. Sure.
This mission is another one that combines building and platforming elements. You need to design a tall tower capable of holding the weight of the platform. Then, you must climb to the top of that tower, onto the platform, and stay inside the highlighted area for 5 consecutive seconds. Pro tip: when designing a structure made to hold weight at height, it's always wise to properly brace your structure.
I do wish that it would show guides down below, because it's really hard to get a feel for if I'm actually underneath this or not. Remember your training? No guides, just go. These control, like how do I go down again? There you are. The controls are a little bit of a frustration here. This is perfect. I see nothing wrong with this at all. I feel like you're making it janky on purpose now. I'm not putting effort in to make it not janky. So, what I don't... we're going to try this. I have a feeling I need to add more structure to climb. Yeah, it's fine. Looks good to me. I really didn't want to be climbing this side. Oh, this counts? Good enough. Perfect. A. I don't know what else to talk about. We knocked that out of the park. How do I get back out of this area? Level select. There we go. Somehow I still a better tower than the one in the YouTube video you watched. Yeah. Surprisingly, that actually went fine. Like, this has been like a fun, ridiculous game. So far. Alright, addressing the crowd. As you're well aware, the village architect, Sir Bachelot, has been brought us nothing but chaos with his innovation and aesthetic designs. Frowning at this point. We should have known that his approach to design and all the style was no substance. His shoddy work had left you all bitterly disappointed. Angry said, I should have never trusted that architecture design with my sacred potato silo. Pacing in deep thought. Now, more than ever, we need an engineering mastermind to rescue this from this nightmare. Which of you will volunteer? Awkward silence, eyes darting. Spotting the player. You there, brave soul. What do you say? Will you take up the mantle as the kingdom's chief engineer of restoring order to our crumbling kingdom? Let us test him first, at least. From the cantilever beam, with a 5 length meter subjected to the triangular distributed load varying from 0 kilonewton meters at a fixed end of a 10 kilonewton meter at the free end. Tell me the location and the magnitude of maximum bending moment. Jubilee exclaimed, we don't have time for this nonsense. Everyone, meet our savior, the chief engineer who will bring structure to our kingdom. Let's see, learning how to even out introduction to make it less was it an info dump? Will help make it a lot more approachable. Yeah, no, I feel like thing. It's 69 kilonewton meters. Build a fence. Some vile creatures keep breaking in and stealing my vegetables. The gap in the fence seems to be their entry point. Please construct the missing panel or I'll be ruined. Build a fence to stop the animals from getting into the farm. Stop the animals from reaching the target. Okay. So we're gonna ignore all the other things and we're just gonna go right here. Oh, you dastardly, dastardly person. I had a plan. Wait, can I still make it work? I'm hoping to go right to the edge of this. This'll work. Oh, I guess I can't interact with the existing one. Bummer. I had a whole plan that was gonna like put a big plank across here, just nail it at diagonal and call it a day. Okay. I don't even need that much material because I don't know what it actually goes by. So shrink that down. There. I made it boring exactly as the fence goes kind of thing. I'm assuming I don't really need all that. Okay. All right. I did not realize we were going to be hurdling animals at maximum velocity. That is going to need some pretty sturdy supports added to it. Still the best mission. All right, we have reinforced it. Try again. I have a feeling it's just gonna break the planks in the middle, or break them off, or whatever. Okay. There, I put the pointy spot sticking out just for the animals. So close. New plan. We're going to remove these. I am amused at how fast that escalated, though. I was like, okay, there's gonna be some, like, you know, sheep or whatever getting in the field. And then we've got these giant cats being hurtled at it. Starting to go. Hey, we got a B rating. Pick a fruit. The huge tree has a piece of fruit dangling just out of reach of me. I'm wondering about it. Falling to the ground and smashing. Any chance you could pick it for me? Okay. Come on, hand. I need you to cooperate with me, left arm. There you go. The solid around the back, you know, technique. As you do. Victory is mine. And ridiculous, this game is actually the most realistic climbing I've ever seen done in a video game. Yeah, I'll go so. Not a whole lot. We need to build a water tower. Year's drought nearly brought us to death. I won't be unprepared again. Can you erect a tower to support my water butt, please? Sure. All right, scooch up here. Probably too heavy, but we won't know until we test it. If you really need to support the butt, you try spandex. Ooh, looks good to me. That's definitely a safe and secure design that won't almost immediately fail. Obstacle course. I throw together sort of a short obstacle course for my son to test his metal on, but I'm worried I may have gone a bit overboard. Any chance you give it a test run to see if it's safe enough for him? Reach the destination without falling. But why? Victory is mine, apparently. The secret tech. My boy has bugged me to build him a treehouse, but I don't think I have the skills required. You, on the other hand, build a treehouse support structure to reach the destination. Build the structure to support the treehouse, then test it out to make sure it holds your weight. Not the button I wanted. Oh, that is not lined up where I thought it was. Did I mention I really wish this game had a, any type of, like, guide to, to see any of this by. Alright, let's test that out. I don't need any more support. This is fine. It probably is not going to go well. It's going to twist and it's going to fall through. No, actually it worked. Looks good to me. Yes, your son is safe in there. That is definitely going to hold our weight. I'm probably going to knock it down trying to reach it. I feel like I need just one nail. Oh, I can't secure that to it. All right, so I think we need just one crossbeam. It's definitely not the way it should be because it's going to pull the nails out versus pushing them in. But maybe it'll be enough. Doesn't look like it'd not be triggering at all. There we go. It counts. It counts. Yeah. Your child will be 100% safe in that treehouse. I wish it kept the treehouse up there, and we could build a bridge that stands. But it takes an engineer to build the bridge that barely stands. All right, I have a potato harvest all stored in my silo up there, but I need to get them to Victor to sell before they can start. Carrying them manually is such a chore. Can you please make a chute to direct the potatoes into that box? Yes. Yes, I can. Just remember, minimal compensation means minimal materials used. Oh, we'll need to fix that. I should do it this way. No, I shouldn't do it that way. I should do it this way. That seems like a good angle right there. It's not gonna work because I don't have a nail farther up. So it's just gonna flex on those nail points. Oh, I'm sorry. It didn't need the potatoes. It couldn't support its own weight. Something seems a little off. That nail might end up being a problem, but this is not a sturdy design. Okay, so they fall farther up anyways. Fine, I'll make the slightly more complicated chute that I didn't want to make. It's not the angle I need. I need it like this. No, that's fine. We'll figure it out. Let's actually take it from this end. Oh, you're just straight up and down. We need to fix that. Okay. Needs to be like back here. I didn't angle it enough. So I want to actually do it'll be fine, maybe. The controls are so hard to get around. Don't make me actually straighten it. Okay. And before we forget, let's actually go and slap a nail in here and there. All right, perfectly designed. Absolutely stellar. Still gonna break because that's a lot of potatoes. It's fine. Like, I should be reinforcing this, but I want to use as few materials as possible. Is this gonna pass it? It's gonna be like, yeah, that's close enough. Oh, the angle's not enough. So I wonder if I delete that crossbeam and I make it lower. If it'll, like, tip it down better. This game shows how difficult life would be without the invention of zip ties, duct tape, and hot glue. So the angle isn't steep enough, so those aren't getting far enough down. So too many potatoes are staying in the ramp. We're just gonna have to start over. Alright. So let's approach this a little bit differently. I'm gonna actually fix this down here. So that'll be the area where it drops in. So next thing is to make where I can put the actual chute up here. So I'll try and put that over here. I think I want to do it. So first of all, these are going to have to be braced. So you're going to be braced down here. You're going to be braced up there. I cannot brace far enough for that. Trying to reinforce this a bit better this time. Trying to get an angle it's okay with. Okay, I think we might have something going here. Can't see because camera angles are so bad. You're not far enough back. All right, and I want to put a cross beam on this. And I do want it to tip forward. Let's see what happens if I support like that, because my hope is that these will collapse in since they're only supporting the back to fall into that area and make my chute. And they probably won't work. It'll probably separate out in the middle and the whole thing will just dump it all down in the middle. But you know, hey, it's only one way to find out. That didn't even remotely work at all. Perfect. Don't change it. Oh, good. I finally failed it. Yeah, it's fine. All right, let's try going from down here. Add some supports onto the end of that. It's almost right. I have a feeling we're not getting much in the way of bonuses points for this one. Alright. Yes. No. No, the potatoes are overwhelming. I'm building a lot of those supports that aren't going to do anything because they're tied to a support that's the point of failure. So reinforcing something past the point of failure doesn't do you any good. I mean, that's a lot better. Does that qualify? Yeah! Definitely perfect. Definitely able to use that more than once. My old card is broken down and I don't have the money to buy a new one. I do have these materials lying around though. Is there any chance you could put one together for me and test it out with this sack, please? I'd start with the wheels first if I were you. Look. Don't tell me how to do my job, and I'll tell you how to do yours, alright? Alright, let's go ahead and get this nail in place. No, it's not quite where it needs to be. Perfect. There we go. Excellent. This is actually not going to work at all. It's just going to fold in on itself. I don't even think the bag was involved in it collapsing. Alright, so. Brace you. Brace you. Brace you. Yeah, that looks good to me. Maybe try pulling it. Moving is so hard. The caps lock to get back up is a really weird choice. I kind of wish it was just space. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, well, it's broken now. Alright. So, did I accidentally put a nail through one of the wheels? Is that what happened? There. I have a push handle now. It's working, chat. I could hear you mentally judging my handle. Cantilever platform. Just wish sometimes I could get an elevated position so I could please to build my viewing platform to test it out. Build a structure to support this platform, then test it out and make sure it can hold your weight. Don't let the platform fall and remain the target for 5 seconds. I'm getting this feeling that some of these asks are not reasonable. So it's definitely not using a lever in the worst possible way. gonna end so badly. There's nothing gonna support this. I'm not even entirely sure how I would set up something to support this. We're at 90 degrees. There is going to be so much weight leaning on this. I don't know how I'm fixing this. Okay, so clearly I need a lot of support. That is definitely not going to work in its current configuration. Let's see. Okay, so it's still clearly nowhere near enough to work. When in doubt, triangles? Oh no, you're not wrong. That's not particularly relevant one way or the other. I don't know how we're supporting this. I don't think we can build all the way to the ground and have any meaningful amount of support. Okay, so there's another spot here. I see. They got another spot here for me to use. Reinforce the weak point between there. Oh yeah, that's a real good one there. That'll absolutely be sturdy. That is definitely not going to fail miserably and immediately. That is not even remotely close to right. Okay, I don't expect this to hold. I expect it to fail here. But let's see where we're at. Let's see how catastrophic it is. Because I want more support straight down, but I don't think that's really an option. It's gonna break right. Honestly, only the end failed. Isn't too far back. Alright. This is absolutely reasonable. I think this is probably the end of the demo too, would be my guess. Give you one more involved project and just see how you do. Sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Ah, it almost held. It held for just a second. The worst thing is I have to climb on this, which is gonna be so much more weight. Oh. It's okay. That's just a It's not a load bearing plank. No, don't fall. And that's how we died. Is there anywhere else I could... So it deliberately hasn't put any anchor points on the bottom there. Okay, so let's delete that one. Alright. Just keep trying to build more and more reinforcements. We're gonna get like a D or a D- rating on this. Because it's the sheer amount of like reinforcement planks. I feel like playing old school Kerbal where it's just like add more struts, add more struts, add more struts until it's structurally sound. It's fine. It's holding. I see nothing wrong with any of this. We just gotta squeeze around these supports you've been putting in here. No, don't put your foot in the hole. We've wedged ourselves. I'm scared to move. Give me my arm back, please. Please count. So I think the structure was fine. I just accidentally did that. For Kerbal, they need had calculation determined if some parts should be considered a single entity. The wobbles. Oh yeah, no, like back in the day, the wobbles got real. It's fine. I like that your character builds as like, yep, this is fine. This time we have avoided the plank of doom. Count it. I'm right here. Come on. Please, no. We're wedged in here really good. I have my fingers in it. I have my fingers. It counts. It's in there. Yeah. Surprising we didn't fall at the end. You're just like, my finger's on top of it. That counts, right? Oh, nesting birds? No. 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 Okay, so the actual thing I'm holding the bird nest in should mostly be fine. The support for it, not so much. Is there like our anchor point I'm missing? How am I supposed to support your weight? Where's the other point I... Alright. I think I see what's supposed to happen. Supposed to use... the other side as the anchor. Ooh. This is ridiculous. This thing is so far up here. My only hope is it doesn't weigh much, but it probably will. Alright. How's this gonna even work? We need a crossbeam support here. We need a crossbeam support down here. And one down here. This is such a ridiculous one. Perfect. There's nothing we need to change here. I have like no confidence in this holding up. I love the utter lack of precision you have with all this, by the way. It looks like a mess for sure. Oh, yeah. Let's try and extend that as far as we can. This is easily the worst joint we've made in this whole thing so far. There we go. I do not feel good about this. My prediction is it fails down here. If not everywhere. I actually feel pretty okay about the lower nest. It might break right at that joint. I don't really know how heavy the nests are, but I don't feel great about a lot of this. Honestly, that almost held. Wouldn't you know? It broke at the place that I did a really sloppy job. Huh. I'd have never guessed. Try to minimize the wobble. Because that wobble seems to be what like breaks up the nails, and then when the nails break, structure starts failing. Ah! It almost held. Yeah, like, it held for a second. It's like, I actually don't even remember what we have to do with this, by the way. What am I doing with this? I don't remember. I was not exactly paying attention. Oh. I don't... Build a structure to support the nest, then retrieve an egg. Don't let either of the nests fall, and bring an egg to the target location. Okay. So it had too much wobble. That's ultimately what doomed it. So now the question is, how do you get to the egg? So it says get an egg, so I just have to get this one. Which luckily, I think I can actually get up and around and back down. Maybe. I'm gonna worry about that when we get there. There might not be. Are you kidding me? That's why it failed. It's being bombarded by birds. Okay, so we can reinforce these all real fast. All right. Okay. We're definitely not getting full credit for this one. Okay, so like we've learned that we just need to wait till all the birds do their thing. That's the thing that confused me is I hadn't started moving and it collapsed. I'm like, oh, I guess it's just like right on the edge. I didn't realize we had birds smacking down to the platform. Okay. Apparently add enough weight that this is a problem now. Oh, I'm out of those. Wait, there's blocks? Oh, I could wait it if I want to? Alright, I mean, that's a thought. Alright. We'll give this like one or two more attempts, and then we'll move on to the next game. Well, actually, we'll probably give it just a little bit longer, because I I think after this one we might move off of the demos for a little while and just probably maybe hop into RimWorld or whatever. Like see where we go with that. Oh, because these were kind of the two ones that we really wanted to knock out today. Any put holding? I'll still probably put up for a vote, but RimWorld will be on the list. All right, here comes the birds. Nope, nope, stop, stop. I'm hearing horrible crunchy noises. That top one's not gonna hold. But yeah, no, honestly, so this one feels like a pretty good game. Like it's a simple physics game. So it's like Polygon Bridge and all that, but it's 3-dimensional and all that. It does do the classic thing where you just take planks, you slap little bolts in them, you got different materials and all that. But then they also have like human fall flat controls. I'm gonna go ahead and cancel out that one. That one beat me. To be fair, it showed as like a ridiculous difficulty. Let's see if the level selection even has more. We're not gonna dig into it more. I'm just curious how far the demo goes, because I would guess it's the end of the demo. Yeah. Yeah, so that's literally the end of the demo. But that's fine. But yeah, so it's kind of neat where it's like Polygon Bridge or Poly Bridge in 3D, but then you've also got like human fall flat controls, so your character just like sticks their arms out and all that. I would say I like it. My only things I would like to be different is I would like it so that I could like show a grid or whatever, so like that's more than on the objective. So like if I have something built above, I could hit a button and it would show like where it is, like a shadow on the ground, just so when it comes to trying to figure out, it's like, is this under there, that would be a little bit easier. That would be one ask. Just a button, like it could even be like you push and while you're holding it, it shows it, or it toggles on and off, just for the sake of when you're trying to position stuff to, you know, have a better understanding, because it's kind of hard to sit there and use like the left alt, you're rotating, and then you're right spinning the mouse because you have to hold the mouse button to like not to like position stuff, that it can be a little bit much in that regards. So that'd be my first big ask. The second ask is don't use caps lock to stand up. Like, honestly, just make it spacebar. Why not make it spacebar? Like, yeah, you jump, just make it so when you stand up, there's like a half-second delay before it switches over to jumping and you're good. I think that's even how human fall flat's going on. But like, seeing my caps lock light come up and on, you know, off and on again and again is like, I don't like it. But overall, it's a really fun game. I think it's one of those games you do like a playthrough kind of thing where you complete all the quests, get your stars or whatever, and you're like, okay, you know, I'm done with it. But that's no different than Humans Falls Flats, which is definitely an inspiration for it. I do actually really like how incredibly scuff so much. I liked that I got trolled and they're like, oh, protect the farm from the animals. I'm like, all right, so there's gonna be some like rabbits or something going in. I was not expecting to be like panther-sized house cats catapulted at it at like Mach 5. So when I built like the little fence matching theirs, it just got absolutely obliterated. As like, okay, I see. I was wondering, it's like, why, if it's just like little rabbits, like, is it just gonna make me put like a piece of plywood on there to block it? But actually, like, reinforce the fence because cats are being catapulted at was a pretty good chuckle. But yeah, so I liked it. I have no idea what they're running with it. I actually don't think it's available for purchase at all, because I think people tried to look it up at the beginning and it wasn't available. But this is only a demo for Steam Next Fest. Still pretty early on. So honestly, considering the time frame for it and everything, that is not a big deal at all. So I can just exit the game entirely. But yeah, so it is a decent one. I actually appreciate the tutorial. Yeah, it's got no price yet. Yeah, no, I think it's too early in its development. So I'm in that weird spot whereas like I didn't want to keep like repeating the attempts in that thing, because I think honestly where I was at with the structure, it was one of those ones that like tear it down and start over, which would have taken me like another hour or something. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that right now. But we're a little bit early for work, or for the break for dinner, but we'll go ahead and get that going in a minute. What we can potentially do is okay. I was gonna say it's like I can potentially put up the poll now. Here, I'm just gonna let that go away and play our music, so I don't have to deal with like it skipping on out. So I could potentially get the poll going now, before words on stream. Which grant I'm trying to type that into TikTok chat. That's not how that works. To see what we're doing next. We'll have RimWorld on the list, but I will make it a vote. So if you do want RimWorld, just keep in mind there's a whole way this thing works. Are we doing after the break? And we'll put RimWorld, American Truck Simulator, Farming Simulator 22, Coral Island. No Man's Sky is done, so I need one more for the list. So what else is going to be the last game to put on the list? First of all, only games that are currently I can run. Oh, it's trying to filter by something else. It's like, what? Why is it fighting me? That's another demo I want to play another day. Crime Scene Cleaner is one I definitely want to play another day. I saw FG playing that. I had it on my list and I kind of deprioritized it a little bit. And then I saw FG play. I was like, oh, that's actually really good. One more, and I'm trying to avoid having something else that's going to be long form. Minesweeper? Yeah. No, it's oh yeah, I forgot Dave the Diver had a big update today. I don't know how much it adds. I don't think I want to jump into that right now though. So I don't want to start State of Decay stuff because we're not gonna have time. Like we probably won't have time to play through that. It's always deciding on a last game is always the catch. Could add Power Wash on there. A lot of heavy, like it's a lot of simulation though. We kind of like City Skylines is satisfied where we left off with that. Enjenir we basically finished on stream. Also, that would take me a while to do, I think. That's kind of the catch is we're at that point where we've got one or two long games still going, and I don't want to start another one right now because it's about a week till I go to TwitchCon, and I don't want to do the thing where I start something and then, go hot, now you got to sit here and not have it finished, which might actually happen in our RimWorld run if we don't die. We might get in that weird spot where it's like, oh, well, you'll just have to wait a week till this comes back. I could put Planet Zoo on there again. There's a lot of games I want to play at some point on the channel, like Baldur's Gate and Starfield and all those. It's just in the weird getting ready to go, like have a week off kind of thing. And also it's, you know what? I'm going to pull up my little tool here real fast. And see if it makes any suggestions. My untrustworthy tool that recommends games for me to play. What does it have on the list? If I had Deep Rock Galactic and all that set up and ready to rock and roll, it's actually on there. Farming Simulator's on there. That's no surprise. It's almost always on there. I don't think I want to start The Long Dark right now. I do need to revisit that game. Factorio's on there, but not looking to start that. Yada, yada, yada. Planet Snooze. I'm going to be real crazy legs. Every time we get to the game Switch lately, you've been popping in here being like, snooze, please not that. This is me saying, stop doing that. It's okay if it's not your jam, but like, it is kind of a dick move to sit there and be like, oh, someone likes that game. Meh. That's kind of not cool. Because if I'm being honest, when you do stuff like that, I want to deliberately, specifically play the game you're complaining about. Just because, All right, well, that's the attitude that I'm just going to go ahead and do it. Man, never really stood out in there. I'm going to put Planet Zoo on there. All right. So we got that poll going. So if you do not see the poll, refresh your browser. It is a thing that happens with Twitch that sometimes it just won't show like hype trains and polls and pinned things and all that kind of stuff if you've been watching for a while. So if you just go ahead and drop in that vote, we've got RimWorld will be continuing our nice vampire run if we do that one. American Truck Simulator, which is chill times driving trucks and whatnot. We've got Farming Simulator 22, which would be continuing the farm we've got currently going. And all that good stuff. And that, that's always a good time. I think we got 2.5 fields set up on that one. We've got Coral Island, which we're kind of in the latter part of Coral Island, where we've finished the ocean, we finished the mine. We've made really good progress on the museum. I do suspect we're getting pretty close to when we're going to be wrapping up Coral Island. It may actually, like, if we don't end up having, like, win all those, we might be there. And then we've got Planet Zoo, which we've got a zoo that's well underway that we've been working on. We'll be continue working on that. But yeah, and as a reminder, you can spend points to get extra votes in there, so that is totally an option you have. But I am going to let the poll go, and then we're going to start some words on stream. I'm going to go ahead and get things set up for it. So what'll end up happening is once the poll's done, I'm going to be taking a quick, like, 5-ish minute break. Timing got funky, which is kind of my fault, actually, on this one. So it will be the vote happens. Because I don't think I want to put words on stream over top of the poll because of the whole thing. Yeah, not voting time. Yeah, no, we'll see. We'll see if someone wants to throw down for something, because like right now there's not been enough votes to do anything. But that's just kind of one of the negatives. I like doing the variety content on the channel. Like when I go like hard variety, but very much it's just bad for viewership. Like both today and yesterday, the viewership is like way down. Now, granted, part of that's also you're gonna have people who are playing like the big games. Like Enshrouded is gonna be one but people are gonna be playing a whole bunch that people would be drawn into that one. And I have no idea what else is going on the platform at the moment. But that'll all be a thing. But yeah, so like right now it's looking like a tie between Planet Zoo and RimWorld, with Farming Simulator 22 having only like 2 votes going for it at the moment. No votes for either American Truck Simulator or Coral Island right now. Planet Zoo taking a little bit of a lead. Gotta be checking one thing real fast. Just trying to quickly check one thing on my end. Yep. Pretty much figured. There was something I was checking on the back end real fast. Silly stuff doing silly things. Looks like RimWorld is creeping ahead. I will tell you, if you're trying to save your points and only win by one or two points, you're gonna lose. Just as a heads up, pretty much that's always how that turns out. If you're not willing to throw down your points to get that lead on there, you're just sacrificing your points to not get what you want. A Night Door says, I can confirm that statement. There are many of you who can. You always have people like, oh, I'm ahead by 2 or 3 points. That's enough. Nah, if you're not ahead by at least like 10, 15, and even then you're still not fully in the clear, it flips like that on you real quick. So right now I got RimWorld leading with 5 votes over Planet Zoo. Farming Simulator 22, which is clearly the superior choice. Only at 2, and I'm just doing that to be a brat. Like, don't actually like throw down on that. An American Truck Simulator and Coral Island, again, no love whatsoever. That is I gotta kind of figure out what I'm gonna be doing next on the channel so far as like probably when I get back from TwitchCon for like long format games, because if those who didn't hear at the beginning of the stream, so my plan is Sunday, I'm gonna be trying to collab Phasmophobia I haven't reached out to all the content creators I'm trying to do, because it's one of those things I don't want to ask like 10 different people to do it and then all say yes and they go, well, I can only have 3 of you unless I start swapping you in and out. Are we gonna have a last second throw? And it looks like RimWorld might win. All right, so cool. So we got RimWorld's going to win that. Now, like I said, what we're going to quickly do is I'm going to take my quick 5-minute break to do a quick, like, when I say 5 minutes, like however long it takes words on stream. Sometimes it can go quite a bit longer. But we're going to do words on stream real quick. That way I can throw my dinner in the oven and all that good stuff. The normal thing. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. I'm giving you a 2-second disadvantage. The game is already going. But for those who don't know words on stream, you type a word in chat and you get points. And the big thing to remember with this is once you get points, there is a delay before you're allowed to guess again and get credit for it. So it ever seems like you're not getting credit for it, more than likely you're guessing too fast. If you're not guessing too fast, it's just something that isn't in the game's dictionary. It happens. I've suddenly realized I could actually get rid of these sticky notes. So with all that said, what I'm going to go ahead and do from here is I'm going to run downstairs, get my dinner in the oven, and I'll be back up here in just a couple minutes. And thank you again for tuning in. But when we'll get back, we'll be doing our nice vampire run where we're trying to be besties with everyone in RimWorld. And we'll get back with that. All right, I'll be back in a few.